Beast Mastery Hunter in Dragonflight is a really versatile class. The main positives are that it's very easy to play, it's a very high mobility class, it has uncapped AoE, and it has the best utility of all three Hunter specs. This is a really great specialization if you are new to WoW or looking to try out a new class and you don't want something that's going to blow your mind. First up, we're going to go through stat priority. Now, of course, it's going to be agility first and foremost. If it's an agility upgrade, always go for that. And then you can pretty much look at mastery, crit, and haste as equals, with versatility being last on the list. Now we're going to go on to talent trees. I will put an import string below in the description so you can import this talent tree straight into your game. I'm not going to go through every single talent, but I will put a picture on screen here for you. I would advise after this video just going through and taking a quick look at the talents and what you have available. Time to look at cooldowns. We have 3 defensive and 3 offensive as a BM hunter. Going through defensive first, we've got Turtle Aspect, which is going to deflect all attacks and basically reduce your damage taken, but you can't attack. Then we have Exhilaration. Pretty simply, this is a on-the-spot heal for you and your pets. Then we have Survival of the Fittest, which is simply going to reduce your damage taken. Looking at offensive cooldowns, which, by the way, we're pretty much going to use on cooldown, we have Bloodshed, causing a bleed and increasing damage taken by your target from your pets. Call of the Wild, which is going to summon additional pets incrementally over a period of time. And it's also going to reduce the Barbed Shot and Kill Command cooldown by 50% every time that it summons a pet. And if you take a Ferocity pet, we're going to get Primal Rage. Now, there are other cooldowns from your command pet ability. There's 3 different options. I would always suggest getting a Ferocity pet so that you get Primal Rage, which is Bloodlust. Hunters do have a Bloodlust. It's Primal Rage, and it is only if you have a Ferocity pet. Before we go through the main rotation, I really want to quickly show you how Barbed Shot works. The rest of the rotation is pretty simple, but Barbed Shot itself plays a very pivotal role. So you are going to notice a few things. First of all, this is where my target is over here, so keep an eye on that. I also have this weak aura here, which I will post a link down below to, which is going to tell me when I should be using my Barbed Shot. Now, if I hover over my pet, when I cast Barbed Shot, you're going to see that it's actually going to put something called Frenzy on my pet, which is increasing their attack speed by 30%. When this weak aura tells me I'm going to cast it again, it's then going to stack to 2 on my pet. And then when it does it again, I'm going to cast it one more time, which is going to stake it to 3. Frenzy stacks to 3, and it's going to increase the attack speed of my pets by 90%. You want to make sure that you keep this up as much as possible to 3 stacks. And if you cast it straight away, you're going to notice here on the weak aura, it's going to turn red. Now, what that means is that there's not going to be enough time for it to come off cooldown, and this is going to fall off, meaning the stacks are going to reset. So that is why you want to use that weak aura to make sure that we're keeping up those stacks as much as possible. And finally, to actually look at then the core rotation itself, we're going to use Barbed Shot in order to maintain that Frenzy if it's got less than 1.5 seconds remaining, or if Frenzy has lower than 3 stacks. And you're also going to watch out to see if Bestial Wrath and Call of the Wild is coming off cooldown soon. We're then going to use our Kill Command on demand as much as possible. We're then going to use our cooldowns, which again is Call of the Wild, Bloodshed, and Bestial Wrath. We're then going to want to use Death Chakram, then Kill Command again, Barbed Shot. We're going to want to use our Dire Beast as well on cooldown. And then we're going to want to use Kill Shot if the enemy is under 20% health. This is a big power puncher for when your enemy is under 20% health, and you're going to use that on cooldown as well. Cobra Shot is going to be used lastly if either your focus is at nearing 100, because you never want to let it max out. However, you do also never want to make sure that your focus goes below 30. The reason for keeping your focus above 30 is that that's how much Kill Command uses, and we want to make sure that we can always use Kill Command when it's coming off cooldown. So Cobra Shot is basically a focus dump. If you can't do anything else, just use Cobra Shot. If you are looking to do AoE damage, you're going to want to spec into Multi-Shot. And just as an FYI, when you do use Multi-Shot, your pets are also going to cleave using an ability called Beast Cleave. Last but not least, we're looking at Beastmastery's utilities. These are just some of my favourites. They have some more very, very specific ones, but these are the main ones I would advise to use. There is Cheetah Aspect, which is going to increase your movement speed. There is Disengage, which means you leap backwards and gain a small speed boost afterwards. Very good at getting out of a sticky situation. There is Feign Death, which reduces all threat. If you are on your own, then this will literally take you out of combat, unless you've got your pets out, etc. And then if you are taking threat in a dungeon or a raid, this will completely remove all of your threat. It is fantastic. It's also good for resetting bosses and things in raids. You may be asked to do that. And then you have Freezing Trap, which is shown on my right, but on the left of this slide, which basically freezes them in place. And then you've got Winged Clip, which is going to slow your target by 50%. And that is everything you should need to know. This is my first specialization guide that I've ever done. So please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it, or if there's anything else that you would like to know. Like I said before, this is aimed at getting you to ahead of the curve and Keystone Master. There is also a lot of min-maxing and a lot more details that there is that you can learn, of course, for a much more in-depth guide. But this is really aimed at trying to get you an intro without giving you information overload. So I'd really be interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.